I found the letter 3 days after she died, tucked inside her jacket, the one she wore that last night. I wasn't ready, but I opened it anyway. It said, "Jamie, by the time you read this, you'll know the truth I've been hiding. I've known for 7 months. 7 months. She'd been dying since June, and I never saw it. Or maybe I did, and I just didn't want to believe. She promised we'd see them when we're old. We were 7 when we made that promise, 16 when we fell in love, 22 when we built our life together, 28 when everything shattered. But here's what the letter didn't say. Why she booked tickets for February when she knew she'd be gone by March. Why she refused treatment that might have given her more time. And why, on our last night together under those lights, she looked at me and said, "I'm sorry. Not goodbye. Not I love you. Just, I'm sorry." This is the story of Nora Chen, the strongest person I ever knew, and the secret she carried alone for 7 months. Because some truths are too heavy to share, and some loves are too precious to burden. It started 18 years ago, the day a 7-year-old girl made a promise she couldn't possibly keep, and met the person who would become her entire world. Me. February 4th, 2017. The last morning I woke up believing we had time. Nora's alarm went off at 6:47 every morning for 11 years. Same time, same sound, same routine. Except that morning, her hand shook. Just a small tremor, barely noticeable. I noticed, but I didn't say anything, because acknowledging it meant admitting something was wrong. And Nora was never wrong. Nora Chen, 28, personal trainer, marathon runner, boulder climber. She deadlifted 220 pounds, ran a marathon in 3 hours, 14 minutes, could do 87 push-ups without stopping. That morning she struggled to stand. I watched her from the doorway, watched her splash cold water on her face, watched her take 3 deep breaths, watched her become the person she needed me to see. Strong, capable, fine. Nora, warm, steady. Morning sleepyhead. That voice, God, I love that voice. 7:47 a.m. Nora poured 2 cups, same as always, except the mug in her right hand rattled against the counter. She steadied it quickly. Hoped I didn't hear. I heard, but I lifted my camera instead of asking questions, because that's what I did when I didn't know what to say. Capture the moment, preserve it, pretend it'll last forever. Nora, stop making me photogenic before caffeine. It's criminal. Can't help what the light does. The light made her look ethereal that morning, like she was already halfway gone. We sat in our usual spots, her facing the window, me facing her. 18 years of mornings in various kitchens, same configuration. I knew every expression on her face. That morning, I didn't recognize the one she was wearing. It looked like resignation. "You okay?" Nora, "Yeah, just didn't sleep great." First lie of the day. She'd say 17 more before sunset. I'd believe 16 of them. Nora, "Gym at 10. The Hendersons want to train for that half marathon." Jamie, "They're lucky to have you." Nora, quiet. "Yeah." Later, I'd realize that was the moment. The moment she almost told me. Almost. Nora, "Love you." Jamie, "Love you more." Nora, whispered to herself, "Not possible." I didn't hear that last part until I listened to the recording later. My camera records sound. I recorded everything that day, including the moment I lost her. But that wouldn't happen for another 9 hours. At 7:58, I still believed in time. At 7:59, her phone buzzed. I saw the name, Oncology. My hand froze 6 inches from the screen. Why would her doctor be calling? Why hadn't she mentioned an appointment? Why was her hand shaking this morning? I didn't listen to the voicemail. I should have, but I was a coward, because deep down I already knew. I just wasn't ready to believe it yet. Nora and I met on September 8th, 1999. First day of 2nd grade. I was 7 years old and convinced the world was ending. New school, new town, new everything. I spent recess hiding by the fence, pretending to be invisible. It didn't work. Tyler Morrison, third grade bully, professional nightmare. Tyler, cruel young. Hey, new kid, you're in my spot. I wasn't in anyone's spot. The playground was empty. But Tyler didn't need logic. He needed a target. Tyler. I said move. I was here first. That was a mistake. I hit the asphalt hard. Tasted blood. Tyler stood over me, victorious. I was about to give him the satisfaction of seeing me cry. And then I heard her, Nora, 7 years old, furious. Hey! 73 pounds of pure rage. Tyler, what do you want, Chen? Nora, I want you to apologize. Tyler, or what? Later, she'd tell me she wasn't thinking. She was just acting. Tyler Morrison hit the ground harder than I did. Nora, touch him again, and I'll hit you harder. We both got sent to the principal's office. Her for fighting, me for being involved. We sat in silence for 20 minutes. Then she spoke. Nora, quiet, matter of fact. I'm Nora. Jamie. Nora. You okay? Good. Tyler's a jerk. Don't let him bother you. Why did you help me? Nora. Because nobody else was going to. And because I don't like bullies. Thanks. Don't thank me. Just don't be scared anymore. I've got your back. Jamie. Promise? Nora. Promise. That was the first promise. She kept it for 21 years. Until she couldn't anymore. I drive past that school sometimes. Stand at the fence where it all started. Try to pinpoint the exact spot where she saved me the first time. Before I knew I'd spend my whole life needing saving. Before I knew she was the one who'd need saving too. And that I wouldn't be able to do it. I stood in our kitchen for 37 minutes, staring at her phone. Voicemail notification glowing. 37 minutes of cowardice. 37 minutes of knowing and not knowing simultaneously. Schrodinger's diagnosis. As long as I didn't listen, it could be anything. A routine checkup, a prescription renewal, a scheduling conflict. Anything except what I knew it was. 8:39 a.m. I picked it up, unlocked it. 4-digit code, her mother's birthday. She'd never hidden anything from me in 18 years. I was about to discover she'd been hiding everything for 7 months. I pressed play. Nora, it's Dr. Martinez. I have your latest scan results. I really need you to come in today if possible. The progression is faster than we anticipated. We need to discuss next steps. Please call me back as soon as you get this. My direct line is scan results, progression, next steps. How many times had she listened to messages like this? June 12th, July 3rd, August 18th, September 22nd, October 9th, November 14th, December 2nd, January 8th, January 23rd, February 4th. 7 months of calls, 7 months of appointments she'd hidden, 7 months of lies disguised as routines. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't understand why she wouldn't tell me. We were supposed to be everything to each other. No secrets, no lies, no walls. That's what we promised. In sickness and in health. She chose sickness, chose silence, chose to face it alone. I was at the gym in 11 minutes. Should have been 20. I didn't care. I needed to see her face when I asked her. Needed to hear her say it out loud. Needed her to tell me why she thought dying alone was better than living with me. The Hendersons were mid-plank when I walked in. Nora was counting down from 30. She saw my face and knew. Nora, to clients, steady. Great work, you two. Take 5. Mr. Henderson concerned. Everything okay? Nora, forcing smile. Yeah, just need a minute. The door closed. We were alone. She spoke first. Nora, quiet, knowing. You listened to the voicemail. Not a question. How long? How long have you known? Nora. Jamie. How long? June. 7 months. June. You've known since June? We celebrated our anniversary in August. You smiled and kissed me and said you'd never been happier. You were dying and you smiled. Nora. I wasn't lying. I was happy. You were dying. I'm still dying. Nothing's changed. Everything's changed. You lied to me for 7 months. Nora, I protected you. From what? From being there for you. From loving you through this? From having a choice? Nora, from watching me deteriorate. From putting your life on hold. From the pain I knew it would cause. That wasn't your decision to make. Yes, it was. It's my body, my death, my choice how to handle it. That word. She'd never said it out loud before. Jamie, breaking completely. Don't, don't say that. Jamie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We collapsed together, right there on the floor between the weight racks and the treadmills, in the place where Nora spent years making people stronger, while she'd been growing weaker all along. How bad is it? Stage 4, pancreatic, the worst kind. Inoperable, the death sentence kind. Jamie gasping. Treatment? Chemo might give me a year, maybe, with a terrible quality of life. Then we do chemo. We do whatever. I don't want chemo. I don't want to spend my last months sick and bald and puking and weak. It could give us more time. It would give us more suffering. There's a difference. How long without treatment? Weeks, maybe a month? 4 weeks. 672 hours. Not enough. Would never be enough. Jamie, muffled, desperate. There has to be something. Clinical trials, experimental drugs, something. I've looked, there's nothing. We could go to Germany, Japan. There are places. Jamie, that do things that aren't FDA approved yet. We could, Nora. Jamie, there's nothing. I've accepted it. You need to accept it too. I can't. You have to. I can't lose you. You don't have a choice. We stayed on that floor for an hour until Mrs. Henderson knocked, worried. We weren't okay. We'd never be okay again. Nora, sorry, just a personal thing. We're good. Lie number 18. They knew. Everyone always knows. Nora, I need to tell you something else. Jamie looking up, eyes red, dreading more. What? I've been planning something. For us. Jamie. Norway. You remember what we promised? The Northern Lights. We're going. 2 weeks from today. You want to travel? When you're... Nora. Dying? Yeah. I want to die having seen them. With you. We promised we'd go when we're old. Close enough. She bought those tickets 7 months ago. 3 days after diagnosis. She'd been planning our ending before I knew the beginning. And I had 14 days to decide if I could watch her die. Or if I'd run instead. Grief has a weight. Physical, measurable, crushing. I stopped sleeping the night I found out. Couldn't stop watching her breathe. Counting each breath like a miser counting coins. Wondering which one would be the last. She looked so peaceful. Like she'd already made peace with dying. While I was drowning and refusing to. Nora's eyes opening, seeing Jamie already awake. You didn't sleep. I slept. Nora. Jamie. Jamie, I'm fine. Everything was the same. And everything was different. I started taking photos obsessively. Nora. Jamie, stop. Jamie, I'm sorry, the light was... I'm not a museum exhibit. I know, I want to remember. Nora, gentler. I'm still here. You don't need to memorialize me yet. Yet. That word sat between us like a third person. She went to work. I didn't. I researched instead. 5-year survival rate, 3%. Median survival without treatment, 3 to 6 months. Survival with chemotherapy, 6 to 12 months. I read for 7 hours straight. Found 12 clinical trials that might accept her. 17 alternative treatments. She didn't want to be saved. She came home early. First time in 11 years. What happened? Just tired. Told Marcus I had the flu. She didn't have the flu. She had 4 weeks to live. And I still didn't know if I could watch it happen. February 5th through 17th blurred together. The night before we left, I almost told her I couldn't go. The words formed 57 times. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. Please don't make me watch you die. But then she'd touch me, and I'd remember. This wasn't about me. I fell in love with Nora Chen on October 12th, 2006. We were 16. She was running the 800 meters. I was supposed to be photographing the whole meet for the yearbook, but I only had eyes for her. She'd been my best friend for 9 years. We'd survived elementary school, middle school, puberty, and braces together. She was the constant, the person I told everything, except the one thing that mattered, that somewhere between 7th grade and sophomore year, best friend had become something else. The race started. She ran like violence, like she was chasing something, or running from it. I couldn't stop watching. The way her legs ate up the track, the way her hair whipped behind her, the way she looked like she could outrun death itself. Turns out she couldn't, but that day she was invincible. Personal record, school record, she demolished it. And I was supposed to be photographing, but I'd stopped shooting 30 seconds ago. Too busy having an epiphany. I was in love with my best friend. Our eyes met, and I knew. She knew. My heart was going faster than her race pace. Nora, breathless, grinning. Did you get it? Tell me you got the finish. No, sorry, I missed it. You missed it? You were shooting the whole time, I saw you. I stopped. Why? I was watching you instead. I should have said something else. Should have lied. Should have done anything except tell the truth. But I was 16 and stupid and in love. You were beautiful, running, not like best friend beautiful, like different beautiful. And I couldn't look away. And I think, Nora, soft, Jamie, I think I'm in love with you. Worst possible place to say it. Middle of a track meet, surrounded by 300 of our peers. Nora didn't care. Nora, thank God. Jamie, what? Nora, I've been trying to figure out how to tell you for 6 months. Tell me what? Nora, that I'm in love with you too. She kissed me, right there on the bleachers, in front of everyone. And I didn't care who saw, because she was mine. And I was hers, for the next 11 years, until death did us part. We hid under the bleachers after, skipped the rest of the meet, just talked. Nora, when did you know? Today, watching you run. You? Nora, remember in April, when you had the flu and I brought you soup? You stayed the whole weekend. Nora, you fell asleep on my shoulder watching a movie, and I just didn't want to move, ever. And I realized I'd watch every movie for the rest of my life if it meant your head on my shoulder. Jamie, that's the most romantic thing anyone's ever said to me. Nora, you've never dated anyone. Still counts. We were so young. Nora, so what happens now? What do you mean? Nora, are we dating, girlfriend? Do we tell people? Jamie, we just told 300 people. Nora, laughing. Fair point. Jamie, so yeah, girlfriend, if you want. Nora, I want everything with you. We had no idea what everything meant. Thought it meant forever. Got 11 years instead. Still the best 11 years of my life. Nora, Jamie, yeah? Promise me something. Anything. Nora, if anything ever happens to me, nothing's going to happen to you. But if it does, don't forget this. Don't forget us. Don't forget that I loved you first. Jamie, why are you being weird? Nora, no reason, just promise. Promise. She made me promise to remember. I'd spend the next 11 years unable to forget. February 18th, 2017. Neither of us slept. We left for the airport at 5. Nora drove. She insisted. Even though she could barely hold the wheel steady. Even though I could see her arms shaking. She needed to feel in control. When you're dying, you take control where you can find it. I grabbed both suitcases before she could try. She hated being helped. Boston Logan at 6 a.m. in February is its own kind of purgatory. Agent, cheerful, oblivious. Tromsø, how exciting. Northern Lights trip. Nora, yeah, bucket list thing. Agent, oh, how wonderful. You're going to love it. Flew there last year for my honeymoon. Bucket list. She had no idea how literally Nora meant it. Agent, okay, you're all set. Gate B22, boards at 8:15. Have an amazing trip. Nora, thank you. We had 2 hours to kill. We sat in silence. What do you say when you're about to fly 3,800 miles to watch someone die? Have a good flight seems insufficient. Her mother called. Third time that morning. Nora hadn't told her family. Nora, you haven't told them. Nora, don't start. Your mother has a right to know. My mother has a right to nothing. This is my life, my death, my choice. She's going to hate me. When she finds out I knew and didn't tell her, I'll leave a letter explaining it's not your fault. A letter. Jamie, because that worked so well for us. Nora, that's not fair. Jamie, none of this is fair. We'd been fighting for 2 weeks. About treatment, about telling people, about going to Norway, about everything and nothing. Fighting because it was easier than accepting. Our flight was boarding. Last chance to turn back. I stood there for 20 seconds. Nora waited. Didn't push, didn't beg. Just waited. I walked through the gate. Because leaving her was worse than watching her die. We got to our seats. Same configuration we'd sat in 100 flights. Except this was the last one. She'd lost 34 pounds. The seatbelt barely touched her. The safety demonstration felt darkly ironic. Flight attendant. In the event of an emergency, oxygen mask will drop from above. Nora caught my eye. We both thought it. She was the emergency no oxygen mask could fix. We took off at 8:47 a.m. Nora watched Boston disappear. Said goodbye to the city she'd lived in her entire life. She was crying. I took her hand. She squeezed back. We flew for 9 hours like that, holding hands across the Atlantic. She slept most of the flight. I didn't. Couldn't stop cataloging her. Every breath, every flutter of eyelids, every moment I had left. We landed in Tromsø at 10:37 p.m. local time. The sun had set at 2 p.m. Wouldn't rise again until 9 a.m. We'd entered the polar night. The perfect place to disappear. We had 12 days. 12 days to see the lights. 12 days to say goodbye. 12 days before I'd have to come home alone. If we made it that long. The Hotel Scandic in Tromsø has 43 rooms. We were in room 17. Third floor, northern view. Nora collapsed on the bed the second we walked in. Didn't even take off her coat. The flight had destroyed her. 9 hours in the air. She'd used everything she had left. Nora, let me help you with your coat. I'm fine. Just need minute. She wasn't fine. She was dying faster than either of us admitted. I'd seen her body 1,000 times. This wasn't her body anymore. This was a body giving up. Nora, the lights. We need to. Tonight. Tomorrow, tonight you rest. Nora, no. Promised. Tonight. It was 11:47 p.m. The hotel concierge had said the aurora forecast was high. Best chance all week. She could barely lift her head. And she wanted to chase lights across the Arctic. Okay, we'll go, but we're driving. You're not walking anywhere. Nora, thank you. She weighed 107 pounds. I could lift her with one arm. The woman who used to deadlift more than my body weight now weighed less than me. I'd never driven in Norway. Never driven on the left side of the road. Never driven in Arctic conditions. But I'd drive through hell if she asked. We drove north. 47 kilometers. The snow started at kilometer 12. By kilometer 20, I couldn't see 10 feet ahead. Nora had passed out. I kept checking her chest, making sure she was still breathing, making sure I hadn't crossed an ocean to watch her die in a car. We were almost there. The road became a suggestion. We were completely alone. I pulled over at kilometer 47. Middle of nowhere. Ersfjordbot. The app said the lights were active. I couldn't see anything. Nora, whisper. We here? Yeah, we're here. Nora. I don't see them. Jamie. Maybe they're not. Nora. Need to get out. See better. Nora, it's 20 below. She didn't care about the cold. Didn't care about frostbite or Hypothermia or common sense? She'd come 3,000 miles. She was seeing this through. We stood there for 3 minutes. Nothing. Just stars and darkness and crushing disappointment. Nora, voice breaking. They're not coming. Jamie, we can try tomorrow. Different location. Different. Nora, there is no tomorrow. She didn't mean the lights. She meant everything. We were 400 miles north of the Arctic Circle, and Nora was dying in my arms. And the lights weren't coming. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I dragged you all this way for nothing. Stop. You didn't drag me. I chose to come. Nora, we should have stayed home. Spent the time in Boston, with people who love you, with your family. You're my family. This is where I need to be. Nora, even if we don't see them? Jamie, even if we don't see them. We sat in the snow for 17 minutes. Hypothermia risk didn't matter. Nothing mattered except this moment. And then, I saw it. Nora, look. It started as a whisper. A suggestion of green on the horizon. Then it exploded. Curtains of light, folding and unfolding across the entire sky. Like the universe was breathing. Nora wasn't watching the lights. She was watching me. Nora soft-awed. We made it. Jamie, we made it. She kissed me under the northern lights, while the sky performed its ancient magic. And I knew. This was the moment she'd been waiting for. This was why we came. Nora, whisper, I'm sorry. For what? I stopped taking the pain medication 3 days ago. The world stopped. What? I wanted to be clear. For this, for you, for the lights. One last perfect moment before what? Before it gets too hard to let go. No, you're not. We just got here. We have time. We have, Nora. We have right now, and right now is perfect. The lights danced for 47 minutes. We watched every second, until they faded. And then they were gone. So was Nora. I carried her back to the car. She didn't wake up for the drive back. She wouldn't wake up for 3 days. But we'd seen them. We'd kept the promise. And now there was nothing left to do. But wait. University Hospital of North Norway, room 304, 72 hours of waiting. Waiting for her to wake up, or waiting for her to die. I wasn't sure which I was hoping for anymore. Dr. Erickson, her body is shutting down. The hypothermia accelerated the process. She may wake. She may not. How long? Dr. Erickson. Days, maybe hours. I fell asleep holding her hand, dreamed we were 7 again, playing on swings. She was fearless. She always caught me. I woke to alarms. She was awake. Nora, weak through oxygen mask. Hey, Dr. Erickson. This is likely the last time she'll be conscious. The surge before, you understand? The last surge. One last moment of clarity before the end. We had maybe an hour. Nora, don't waste it crying. Talk to me. Jamie, I'm angry at you. You lied for 7 months, robbed me of time, made choices for both of us, and I hate you for it. But I love you more than I hate you, and I don't know how to let you go. Nora, you don't have to be okay. You have to be alive. When I'm gone, you have to live. Not just breathe, living. Promise me. I can't. You have to, because I'm leaving all of me with you. Every memory, every moment. I'll be in every sunrise, every photograph, every stupid song, the northern lights every time you close your eyes. Jamie, I'm not ready. Nora, neither am I. Tell me what to do. After. Nora, wake up, breathe, take pictures, live. Need to say one more thing. Loving you was the only thing I ever got completely right. Those were the last words she said. 3 breaths, 2 breaths, 1 breath, none. She died at 11:47 p.m., the same time her alarm went off every morning. Of course she did. I stayed for 47 minutes, same number the lights danced. Then I let go and walked out and didn't look back. 3 days of bureaucracy. I called my mother on day 2. Mom, it's me. She's dead. I'm bringing her home. Flight lands Thursday. I couldn't function. My friends tried. My family tried. Therapists tried. Nothing worked because I'd made Nora a promise I couldn't keep. I wasn't living. I was haunting my own life. June 15th was the worst day. I finally went through her phone, found photos she'd been taking, documenting her decline, monthly updates, and one from the night before we left. She'd been counting down to her death. I broke, really broke, cried for 3 hours, then looked in the mirror. I'd lost 28 pounds. I looked like her. I was disappearing too. And I heard her voice. That night, I made a choice. I showered, ate, and picked up my camera for the first time in 4 months. I started taking pictures again. At first, only strangers, then friends, then myself. August 12th, Nora's birthday, Jamie to gravestone. I'm trying to live, like you asked. Some days I forget you're gone. Then I remember, and it's like drowning. But the drowning is getting shorter. I miss you, but I'm still here, like I promised. I left feeling lighter, drove to the coast, watched the ocean, and remembered we talked about moving here someday. Someday never came, but I was still here, and that had to mean something. So I took a picture and started believing I might be okay someday. October 12th, 11 years since our first kiss. I was finally packing her clothes, found her jacket, the one from that last night, found an envelope. Open when you're ready. I'd never be ready, but I opened it anyway. Nora's letter. Dear Jamie, my love, my life, my always. If you're reading this, I'm gone, and you're still here. I'm so proud of you. I know you're angry. I lied. I hid. I robbed you of time. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for protecting you. Those 7 months, best of my life. I got to love you without the shadow, without the pity. I got to be your Nora, not dying Nora, just Nora. Norway wasn't cruel. It was perfect. I died under the aurora with you holding my hand. If I had to die at 28, that's how I wanted to go. You're going to be okay. One day you'll laugh without guilt. You'll meet someone and feel something that isn't grief. You'll take a photograph that doesn't make you think of me. And that's good. That's living. I'm not really gone. I'm in every photograph, every sunrise, the northern lights, the playground where we met. I'm in you. Love doesn't die. It transforms. Live, Jamie. Fall in love again. I mean it. Don't spend 60 years alone because of me. Take risks, travel, create. Do everything we planned for both of us. Don't forget me, but don't let remembering me stop you from living. Remember me like wings, not wait. I love you. Past tense, present tense, future tense, every tense. Thank you for 18 years of perfect. Keep your promise. Live. Love again, Jamie. Let someone else see the northern lights in your eyes. You deserve that. Always, Nora. Have you ever loved someone you had to let go? Share your story below. Subscribe for stories that matter. Thank you for listening.